Hello and welcome to TTV News on TayNinhTV Radio and Television Station. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of January 29, the U.S. Consulate General in Ho Chi Minh City, including Ambassador Mark Knapper and Consul General Susan Byrne, pays a courtesy visit and wishes Lunar New Year to TayNinhTV provincial leaders. Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, welcome and worked with the delegation.
At the meeting, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, introduced to the delegation the outstanding results of the province in the socio-economic situation in 2023, as well as the province's orientation in the coming time, which emphasized the province tourism development program, striving to welcome over 10 million visitors to Padang Mountain tourist area by 2030. Ambassador Mark E. Knapper and Consul General Susan Byrne also thanked the leaders of TayNinhTV province for their thoughtful and respectful welcome to the delegation. With favorable natural conditions, there are many tourist landscape and investment development opportunities. After the business trip, the U.S. Consulate General in Ho Chi Minh City hopes to confer and open many investment cooperation opportunities with TayNinhTV province in many fields.
On the morning of January 29, Mr. Chan Yara, Deputy Governor of Kampong Thom Province, Kingdom Cambodia, paid a courtesy visit and congratulated the leaders of TayNinhTV Province on the occasions of the 2024 traditional New Year. Welcoming and working with the delegation, there was Mr. Võ Đức Trong, Standing Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee.
Speaking at the meeting, Mr. Võ Đức Trong said, with the traditional friendship and special solidarity between the two countries, over many years, TayNinhTV province and Revong Srei Rieng, Tabong Khmer, Kampong Cham provinces of the Kingdom of Cambodia have always maintained and strengthened this good relationship. As for Kampong Thom province, this is the first time the leaders of the two provinces have had the opportunity to meet and discuss with each other. At the meeting, the two sides were informed about the socio-economic situation of the two localities and discussed any strained issues of mutual interest, especially connecting economic development cooperation. On the occasion of the meeting, Mr. Chandara also sent an invitation to the leaders of TayNinhTV province to visit and wish John TayNinhTV New Year in April 2024 in Kampong Thom province to survey and learn about the province development towards development cooperation between the two provinces.
Turn to other news. On the morning of January 29, Mr. Nguyễn Văn Quyết, Deputy Chairman of the Central Inspection Committee, led the delegation to visit and wish New Year's to the leaders of TayNinhTV Provincial Party Committee on the occasions of 2024 Lunar New Year.
Permanent Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, head of the Provincial National Assembly delegation Phạm Hùng Thái, and the Standing Committee of the Provincial Party Committee's inspection welcomed the delegation. At the meeting, Mr. Phạm Hùng Thái gave an overview of the province's socio-economic development results in 2023 and major directions in the coming time. At the same time, we hope that the leaders of the Central Inspection Committee will continue to pay attention, create conditions and support for TayNinhTV to successfully complete its task. On the eve of the new spring of 2024, Mr. Nguyễn Văn Quyết wished the party, government and people of TayNinhTV province a peaceful and happy new year, continuing to have new steps of development and successfully completing targets and tasks in 2024 and following years. Also on January 29, Mr. Phạm Hùng Thái led the delegation came to congratulate a number of religious organizations in the province. The delegation visited Catholic friars Võ Hoàng Sinh, Chairman of the Catholic Solidarity Committee of TayNinhTV province, and on parishioners of Phong Cốc Parish in Thái Bình Commune, Châu Thành District, visiting Master Thượng Tám Thành, Administrator of Cao Đài Church of TayNinhTV Holy See. At these places, the Permanent Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee presented many gifts and sent wishes for a happy and prosperous New Year 2024 to dignitaries, officials and believers of all religions. Also on January 29, Mr. Võ Đức Trong, standing vice chairman of the Provincial Appeals Committee, had a meeting with the Vietnam General Confederation of Protestant Churches to wish the provincial leaders a Happy New Year. At the meeting, Pastor Đỗ Việt Hùng, member of the Vietnam General Confederation of Protestant Churches, thanked the provincial leaders for their attention and facilitation for the activities of the Protestant Church in the area, and at the same time wished the provincial leaders and people of Tây Ninh a happy and prosperous New Year. Mr. Võ Đức Trong also announced some outstanding results of the province in 2023 and recognized the positive contributions of religious people in the province. Before the new year, the standing vice chairman of the Provincial Appeals Committee also wished all Protestant believers a peaceful and happy new year. Just over 10 days left, we will enter the Lunar New Year of 2024 in the atmosphere of Tet and spring filling the streets. Preparations for Tây Ninh City Spring Flower Market in 2024 have almost been completed. Currently, the flower market in Strand Gate has been built and is undergoing the final decoration steps. The work of dividing sales plots for small businesses has been carried out previously. According to records from the 17th day of the 12th lunar month, some small traders were present to repair goods and sell spring flowers earlier than usual. This year, Tây Ninh City Spring Flower Market is divided into three zones with 307 lots. It is expected that the flower market will open from February 2nd and end on February 9th, from December 23rd to December 30th of the lunar calendar. In 2023, the Executive Board of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha of Tây Ninh Province has led and directed the Executive Board of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha in districts, towns, and cities, along with monasteries, monks, nuns, and Buddhists, to carry out Buddhist activities well and successfully organize important Buddhist holidays according to prescribed rituals. Promoting the moral values of religion in 2023, monks, nuns, and Buddhists in the province actually participated in social charity work, helping the disadvantaged, supporting the poor, building charitable houses and charitable kitchens, organizing free medical examinations and medicine for the poor, with a total amount of nearly 34 billion Vietnam dong. Speaking at the ceremony, standing vice chairman of the Provincial Appeals Committee, Võ Đức Trong, acknowledged and praised the practical contributions of all monks, nuns, and Buddhists of the province to the development of the province. At the same time, he believes that the Provincial Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, along with all monks, nuns, and Buddhists, will continue to join hands to contribute to building the province to further develop in the coming time. VTV Go application is a national digital television platform with smart devices installed with VTV Go. People can easily watch on 7 essential national TV channels and local TV channels across the country, including TayNinhTV channel or TTV11. Recently, at a working session with TayNinh Radio and Television Station, Mr. Phạm Anh Chiến, Deputy Director of the Center for Digital Content Production and Development of VTV Digital under Vietnam Television, said that 10 years ago, VTV Digital launched VTV Go, a free internet TV viewing application on App Store. To date, VTV Go has become a national digital television platform and currently has about 22 million users of this application. As for TTV11, this is the second year TTV11 channel has been present on the national digital television platform VTV Go. This is also one of the efforts of the Nigerian television station in digital transformation and building a professional and modern press agency.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the evening of January 28, the ceremony of placing major Bodhisattva statues was officially held on the top of Padang Mountain. This is a leading spiritual cultural event in Vietnam. The major Bodhisattva statues is also expected to raise the breakthrough for local tourism, bringing Tây Ninh a plan with many cultural features, beliefs, and a long history to become a pyramid destination, attracting domestic and international tourists.
The blessing ceremony of Major Bodhisattva statue is held with solemn rituals of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha. In particular, more than 20,000 lanterns written by the hands of local people and tourists was sparklingly lighted during the burial ceremony, creating a magical and sacred space. Thousands of people joined in the solemn atmosphere in the lantern offering ceremony at the square at the foot of Table Dasung Buddha statue, creating an unprecedented large flower lantern ceremony at Baden Mountain. Today's ceremony is really bustling. People from all over come in large number, and the solemnity is also majestic. I think this is also the highlight that Sunwood has created, as well as contributing to motivating everyone to come to TayNinhTV. There are also many guests coming here. In general, they are only women from my province, but when I heard there was a festival, I also came to attend the ceremony. Located at an altitude of 900 meters from the top of Baden Mountain, the Major Bodhisattva statue is created in a sitting position on a flowing waterfall with a gentle face, a joyful smile, a rosary around his neck, and eyes facing towards us, where the sun rises as if looking towards the future. The statue became a symbol of joy and happiness on the top of sacred Baden Mountain. We launched the world's largest sandstone Major Buddha statue, hoping to bring new experiences to tourists and attract more than 5 million visitors to TayNinhTV, as well as the tourism industry of Vietnam. With the cooperation of Sunrup, Baden Mountain National Tourist Area has now been methodically invested, with many projects of international status such as the tallest Buddha statue of Table Dasung in Asia, placed on the mountain peak, the world's largest cable car station, and the Buddhist Exhibition Center applying the world's leading advanced technologies. In particular, with the event of the world's largest statue of Major Bodhisattva, made of sandstone shaped by a special method unprecedented in Vietnam, Sunrup has created a new symbol, a new level for TayNinhTV tourism. Now, this whole region is a spiritual complex. Its values are no longer local but are national and international. So there are a lot of visitors. Today there is a very important ceremony. It is the installation ceremony of the Major Bodhisattva statue that will make TayNinhTV tourism continue to boom. In tourism, there are many types of tourism and tourism products, but in Vietnam in particular and Southeast Asia countries in general, there is a type of tourism called spiritual tourism, which is quite popular. If we do it well, it will create not only spiritual values, but also rich social values. With magnificent spiritual works, Baden Mountain is a famous pilgrimage destination in the south, attracting both domestic and international tourists. The Spring Festival is approaching. This will also be a pilgrimage destination to pray for good luck and fortune at the beginning of the year that everyone will wish to visit once.
The audience recently in TayNinhTV province, many people impersonating military personnel working as commune, district, and city military commands have called business establishments to place orders in order to commit fraud. The problem has been previously reported by TayNinhTV radio and television station, but this situation continues to increase in both quantities and complexity.
On December 23, 2023, Tam Hương Electricity and Water Equipment Trading in Hoa Thanh Thao received a call claiming to be Phạm Thế Huynh from the military command of TayNinhTV province to place an order. The subject used a similar method to the reverse impersonators, carry out buying and selling procedures as usual, then continues to offer to buy some more high value but not popular items on the market with urgent requests during the day. When the business cannot meet the required source of goods, the subject will lead to another source of supply, which is essentially the accomplice in fraud.
Đầu tiên là nó sẽ điện thoại cho mình.
Firstly, he will call me to ask what business I do. Then he will give me the order and ask me for a quote.
Nó sẽ đưa cái đơn hàng cho mình, yêu cầu mình báo giá. mình báo giá
After I
xong
told him
thì
the
nó
price,
sẽ
he
để
told
nó
me
báo
to
cáo lại,
report back
rồi nó
and
hẹn
promised
mình
me
là
to
4
deliver
giờ
it
chiều
at
ngày hôm
4
sau giao
o'clock
bộ chỉ
the
huy
next day at
chỉ huy
the
quân sự á.
provincial military command.
Khi gần tới 4 giờ tầm 2 giờ á
When
là
the
nó sẽ điện
delivery
mình
time
là
is
nó
closed,
yêu
he
cầu
will
mình
ask for an
một món
item that is not for
đó
sale
cho
in
nên mình mua á.
TayNinh, then give me the
Xong
seller's
cái
phone number and
mình
ask
nói
me
mình
to
không có rồi,
contact
nó sẽ
to
nói
buy
là
it
nó
for
có
him.
người bán, nó sẽ cho mình số điện thoại người bán đó, nó kêu mình đó là liên hệ mua giùm nó đi.
According to Mr. Tam, which has many years of business experience, when looking at the orders given by the subjects, he felt they were not realistic and appropriate. Next, on January 17, 2024, Mr. Tam continued to receive an order call from someone claiming to be a soldier from the General Department of Logistics. To readjust, they sent a military ID card with the name Nguyễn Tuấn Anh, consistent with the name and image on Zalo, and transfer 1 million Vietnam dong as a deposit. Using the same scam method, this person repeatedly suggested asking the store owner to buy high-price items that were not available for him to get paid later. Knowing the subject's fraudulent tricks, Mr. Tam directly exposed the subject. The subject even recently begged Mr. Tam to return the deposit and ignore it this time.
Trong cái thời gian qua, trên địa bàn quân khu 7 nói chung và
In
địa bàn
recent times,
tỉnh Tây
in
Ninh
the
nói riêng,
area of
là
military
nhiều
command,
đối tượng
recent
lợi
seven in
dụng
general and TayNinh
uy
province
tín
in
của quân đội
particular, many
để
people have
giả
taken
danh
advantage of the
gọi điện
military's
đến các cái cơ
reputation
sở
to
buôn bán các cái
impersonate
cửa
and
hàng
make
dịch vụ
phone
xây
calls
dựng
to
để
construction
đặt
material
hàng
trading
nhằm
establishments to
lừa
place
đảo để
orders
chiếm đoạt
to
tài sản của nhân
fraudulently
dân.
appropriate people's
Trên địa bàn
property.
tỉnh Tây Ninh
In
trong
TayNinh
năm
province in 2023,
2023
there
vừa
were
qua
11 fraudulent
là có
phone calls,
11 vụ
specifically
gọi
in
điện
U
để
Minh
lừa
Châu,
đảo.
Tân Biên, Hòa
Cụ
Thành
thể ở trên
district
các
and
địa
TayNinh
bàn
city.
như là huyện Dương Minh Châu, Tân Biên, Hòa Thành và thành phố Tây Ninh.
In addition, there have also been cases where subjects impersonating army officers return and extorted money from families whose children are soldiers and are performing military service.
Ngoài cái việc á là lừa đảo
In
người dân ra,
addition to defrauding
thì
people, the
các
subjects
đối
could
tượng
not carry out this
thực
intention.
hiện được
The
cái
subjects switched
ý
to
đồ
other
này.
forms. Now
Các
it's
đối
time
tượng
to
di chuyển
directly
sang
call the families of
hình thức
active
khác.
duty
Bây
soldiers
giờ
of
là trực
units
tiếp gọi điện
under
về
the
cho gia
provincial
đình
military
mà
command.
những quân nhân
There are
đang tại
cases
ngũ
where
ở
people call to
Bộ
report
Chỉ huy
that
quân sự tỉnh.
a family's
Ở các
child
đơn
has
vị trực thuộc của Bộ
seriously
Chỉ huy quân sự
violated
tỉnh.
discipline,
Có
and
trường
the
hợp là
unit
gọi điện
is
về báo là
currently
bây giờ
taking
con
him
em
into
của,
custody.
đồng
Ask
chí
the
A, đồng
family
chí B
to support
là
money
vừa
so
rồi
that
là
the
vi
company
phạm kỷ luật
officers can take
nghiêm
care
trọng.
of the investigation officers
Là đơn vị
and
hiện
their
nay
superiors
là
so that
đang
their soldiers
bắt
can
tạm
be
giam.
released, which
Đề
are
nghị
being
gia đình
imprisoned
là hỗ
or
trợ
subject
tiền,
to
chuyển
more
tiền qua
severe
để
disciplinary measures.
cán bộ đại đội lo.
The provincial armed forces advise people, as well as family members of soldiers, to increase propaganda work and be wary of current fraudulent tricks. At the same time, when people receive calls from strangers claiming to be soldiers or members of the Vietnam People's Army Forces placing an order, they need to find out and verify the information carefully before making a transaction. If you detect signs of fraud, you should immediately report it to the authorities. Every year during the Lunar New Year, most officers and soldiers in the 5th Infantry Division are on duty at the unit. The spring of 2024 for non-commissioned officers and soldiers enlisted in 2023. This is the first time they celebrated at the unit. Party committees and commanders organize many activities for young soldiers to enjoy spring and celebrate that in the unit with a happy and warm atmosphere. Helping young soldiers is their nostalgia for family, relatives, and friends. Right from the time that the holiday was planned, leaders and commanders of agencies and units under Division 5 focus on educating and thoroughly grasping that regime's standards and direct tasks. Be ready to fight during that so that the soldiers can grasp it firmly. Accordingly, along with the task of being ready to street legal and practice planned situations, the forces and departments also jointly undertake specific work contents to aim for joy and safety and economical during that. These are tasks such as cleaning the units, taking care of flower gardens or ornamental plants, decorating rooms for death. It can be said that one of the unforgettable memories of the soldiers is the atmosphere. The entire unit gathered together, telling each other sad and happy stories in life. And there are many different moods and situations of young soldiers celebrating death away from home for the first time. However, despite everything, they still try to complete their task well and will certainly have a joyful and warm death. And there are many different moods and situations of young soldiers celebrating death away from home for the first time. However, despite everything, they still try to complete their task well and will certainly have a joyful and warm death.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.